Welcome to Every Thought Captive. Let's hear from Bryan Murawski. The book is titled Preaching and Teaching Difficult Texts of the New Testament. Let me give you a look at the book here. It's a fairly sizable paperback. Published by Hendrickson. Little over 200 pages total. I'll be reading a section from the introduction. What this book is not. Before a quick overview of what to expect from this book, it may help to set aside aims that tangentially relate to this work. The aim of this book is primarily homiletical. The goal extends beyond helping preachers and teachers understand the meaning of difficult texts. That is the work of commentaries and appears to be the actual function, though not always the stated function, of many similarly titled books. Rather, this book's goal is to equip preachers and teachers with their ability to bring these texts to light in the pulpit. Though many chapters will necessarily speak to hermeneutical issues, this is only to help the end goal of better preaching. After all, if you don't understand what a passage is doing or why it's there, how will you know what to do with it in the pulpit? Too many resources stop short of that final step. I know how to put together a 3-point sermon on Romans chapter 12, verses 1 and 2. How do I put together a 3-point sermon on Mark chapter 16, verses 9 through 20, which I may or may not trust is original to the gospel? It's the difference between knowing what Romans 16 teaches and knowing how to teach Romans 16. Because of this primary goal, just like my earlier Old Testament volume, I organized this book not by texts, but by topics. If you ask, what texts does Preaching and Teaching Difficult Texts of the New Testament cover, you're asking the wrong question. If you ask, what kinds of texts does Preaching and Teaching Difficult Texts of the New Testament cover, you're a bit closer to the goal. It will do little homiletical good to list a bunch of challenging texts and spend a few pages talking about the meaning of each of them. That's what commentaries are for. It will be much more productive to group these difficult texts into common types and recommend advice for understanding and preaching them. That is what this book is for. Thank you for spending time with me today. May God bless you richly in Christ. We'll see you again soon, God willing.